In the little town of Clearwater, a group of volunteers were leaving early prior to sunrise. They were taking groceries and medicine to a village isolated by heavy rains. The rain had fallen for 2 consecutive days. Rivers burst their banks. Roads were swept away. But the town needed hope. When they topped the last hill, they noticed that the river had swallowed up the only bridge to Crestwood. Water overflowed the concrete. The cars were stuck behind them. People stood waiting. Fear was written on every face. The river was impassable, it seemed. Automobiles were packed with families huddled together. Kids watched the gray water flow along. Mike reached for his radio and called the county emergency office. The voice on the other end answered. At the river, the volunteers waited. The water kept rising. Cars backed away, fearful. At the control room of the dam, John gazed out at the water pounding the bridge below. He waited with bated breath for news. Then, suddenly, Mike's voice on the radio, breathless but excited. John entered the code. He pressed the button to open the gates. The machines were roaring loudly. Thick metal gates creaked and started to rise. Upstream, the water receded. The surface of the river fell rapidly. The bridge reappeared, dry enough to cross. The volunteers breathed a collective gasp. Vehicles drove slowly across the bridge. Water made straight edges on either side and moved swiftly but harmlessly without touching the road. It looked like a passage through a river. As soon as all of them had crossed to the other side, lights were seen in the dark. A group of robbers who were following the convoy to steal the medicine reached the bridge. They too attempted crossing, but the gang's van rushed onto the bridge as the gates were closing. Metal plates clattered down. The walls of water moved back fast. The thieves were trapped on the bridge with water rising fast. The leader of the gang shouted, but the gates shut fast. Water rushed around them. They had to retreat. They moved back, and the bridge was free again. With the robbers dispatched, the volunteers continued driving towards Crestwood. They arrived in the town just as the sun burst through the clouds. People rushed out to greet them. Children shouted with joy. They carried out boxes of water, medicine, and blankets. Hope was restored to the town. Sometimes the way ahead is hard to tread. Water might be across our path. Danger will be at our heels. But if we have a belief in something greater than ourselves, if we believe in help when it arrives, and are willing to sacrifice a little, then a way may be made. Now, here's your challenge tree to guess which well-known Bible story this modern retelling came from. Post your answer in the comments. If you like this story, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share with your friends. Thanks for viewing. Keep questioning, keep positive, and see you later.